Hi budget babes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here or returning, my name is JaliyahKreationz, and guys, I have so much I want to talk about on this budget today. So guys, we will be using my new budget calendar to set up my budget for the month here of October. I did release these on my website, so I'm so excited for you guys to get your copies here. I'm going to show you how we're going to use this to plan out our budget for the month of October. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, we are going to go ahead and set up my budget for the month. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to use the budget calendar in just quite a second. The first thing we need to do is we need to go through and write down our bills and expenses for the month how we normally do. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is go in and write our fixed expenses, our variable expenses, and see how much it costs to be us for the month how we normally do. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my bills. So for the first of the month here, 10/1, I have my rent here, which is going to be $13.68. Then 10/3, I have my gym membership. That's going to come out, which is going to be $32. Then 10/6, I have my electric bill. It's going to come out and it's going to be $123. Then 10/21, I have my website fees. Which is going to be $84. Then I have 10/22, which is going to be my phone and Wi-Fi. Which is going to be $110. Then we have 10/23. It's going to be my car insurance here for $114. And this is all of my fixed expenses, guys. So this is how much my bills are for the month. So let's go ahead and let's add those up and let's see how much it costs to be us for the month. This is a new calculators, guys, that will be dropping the end of October here. So you guys will be seeing updates about this coming out here shortly. So let's go ahead and let's add up our expenses. So now, guys, so we're going to go through and add up our variable expenses. And remember, these are expenses that are not always the same every month. So these are going to be our expenses that vary each month. So groceries, gas, eating out, personal care, self-care, credit cards, all that good stuff. So I'm going to put my gas here for $60. That's usually how much I average a month on gas due to the fact that I am self-employed and I don't have to travel for work. Then we got groceries here for $160. Then we have eating out. I'm gonna do $70 here for eating out. I'm trying to not even eat out that much this month, you guys. I'm challenging myself because my goal this month is to save for my birthday. I do have a savings for my birthday already. I just would rather spend more money around my birthday than spend money around this time here. If you are holiday shopping, I would definitely start incorporating that in your budget so you will have that in your expenses. Then my subscriptions usually total to about $47 per month. And then I do have to pay a balance that's on my credit card of $130 from that I'm going to be paying this month as well. So these are all my variable expenses. I'm going to go ahead and add this up. My fixed are usually always the same every month, just depending on if my water bill is different. My water bill is usually included in my rent. Last month, my rent was like $13.93 because I had a higher water usage. I don't know why the hell I can't speak. I can never speak on live, but you guys get what I mean here. So my fixed are usually around $18.31. So I know every single month I need to make this to pay off my bills. So let's go ahead and let's add up my variables to see how much those cost here. Perfect. So my variable expenses total to $647. That's how much it costs to be my variable expenses. Now let's add everything up here and let's see how much it costs to be me for the whole entire month. So we're gonna add $1,831 plus $647, which is gonna total to $2,478. So boom, if you have a set income that's usually the same every month, you're gonna write down how much it costs to, how much you make for the month, and you're gonna minus your expenses from this, and this is gonna be your cash surplus. So you will write your full income for the month minus your total of expenses. That's how much you have left over to put in your savings or to work on towards paying off debt. So now what we're gonna do, we are gonna flip to our bill payments page, and we are going to write down our bills again so we can see those multiple times. So just like that, guys, I have all my bills written down for the month, so I know how much on my bills and what date they are coming out. Once again, guys, my bill tracker is different from last month. I always like to go back and look at how much I spent on all my other expenses. It's just really nice to go back and look at how you planned your bills and how things have changed. So that's why it's really nice to make sure you're tracking. As you can see, my electricity bill went up by $20. My rent was a little bit different from last month due to me using more water usage, because my water and utilities allocate. So these are all my bills. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to use the budget calendar, and then I'm actually going to fill out my expense tracker here, since it is a couple months into, or a couple days into the month here, that I'm showing you guys how to set up my budget on YouTube. So let's get into it. So if you guys don't know, I did drop a limited edition budget calendar here. This budget calendar is for my budget planners that have already been released here. A lot of people say they wish the budget planner had a calendar in it. I can't go back in time and change my template and replace everybody's budget with a calendar, but what I can do is make a limited edition calendar book that you'll be able to use here to write out your bills on a calendar. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do that. This is my first time using it on a pen and paper. I've been using it on the iPad, testing it out to make sure the template looks really good. So now we're gonna actually match it with my budget here, and I'm so excited. So y'all, let's do it. So this is what the monthly calendar looks like, you guys. It does have a longer description in it. I am using my sample one because the originals haven't got here yet. They get here this week, so I'm using my sample one, so it's not the 100% final draft of it, but I'm gonna show you how we're going to match this with our budget that we set up. I'm so excited, y'all. Let's get to it. So my favorite thing about the budget calendar is basically we're gonna break down things almost to a weekly, just so we're seeing when our bills come out, what day, and all that good stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that this is for October. I'm gonna go ahead and write October in here. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and write in and fill in all our dates here. So October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, I'm hoping you guys can see everything okay. It is so sunny here. I would love the natural light, so you can have like a natural light, guys, in here. I like the natural lighting. I think it looks the best, but I didn't know it was going to be this sunny. So what you're going to go through and write down your dates here. As you can see, I went and wrote down all the dates. So now what we're going to do is we are going to match our fixed expenses with the dates we have on here. The reason why this is so important is because it's going to help you set up your bills for when you get paid. So let's say you're paid weekly or you're paid bi-weekly and you're paid every Friday or Thursday. You're going to go in and write down your pay dates, and then you're going to write down what bills come out through each week, so that way you can figure out what pay period would cover each bill. Since I'm paid daily, it's not always the same for me. So usually what I do is I fill up my bank account with my total of expenses for the month. So I'm always months and months ahead because the way I budget and save. So what I would automatically do is put $24.78 in my checkings account as of right now. Because my bills are on auto pay and my income isn't always the same, I just always make sure I have everything set in there. It just makes it easier. So what we're gonna do here for the first, which is the day I have to pay my rent. So the first of the month, I know for a fact that my rent is due. So I'm going to write down my rent, and I'm going to write down the total my rent is. So rent's due on the 1st, and the amount is going to be $13.68. So I know for the fact on the 1st, my rent's due for the amount of $13.68. The next bill that I have that will come out on my fix is going to be my gym membership. So I'm going to put gym here, and I'm going to put $32. And I like doing this so you know exactly what date your bills are coming out. I know we already wrote down our bills right here and on our bill payments page, but it's really nice to just look at it over and over again so you can be familiar when your payments are coming out. So the next bill that's going to come out for me is going to be my electricity bill, which is going to be on the 6th here, which is Friday. Which is going to be $123. So let's say I was paid on a weekly basis and I get paid every Friday. So I know for the fact whatever I make on Friday, I would have to use this check to cover my rent, my gym, and my utility bill. That's how I would know for sure what I need to pay. Let's say I don't get paid again till the 13th. The week before this that I got paid before the 6th, that check would have to cover these bills. Hope that makes sense, guys. So I'm going to go through and fill out the rest of my bills, and then we'll get back here. Alright guys, I'm so mad. I like all my planners to look perfect. I was writing my phone in the Wi-Fi and thought I had it on the 22nd, but it wound up being the 29th. So I'm just gonna ignore this here. It's gonna bug me. But this is how it looks now that we have all our bills filled in. So this is so important because now you're seeing the dates that it comes out, and you can plan your paydays and all that good stuff here in a calendar. And then here you have your budget written out. So now I'm gonna update my expense tracker since it has been a few days in October. It hasn't been that many days, but I'm gonna fill this out, and then we're gonna wrap up our budget for the month, guys. Woo! Wrap up setting up our budget for the month. We're going to continue expense tracking, and then when it gets to the end of the month, we're going to add everything up here, see how much we actually spent, make sure it matches our expenses, and then do our reflection and plan our goals for next month. So let's get straight into it. And just like that, you guys, we took care of our expenses here and we wrote it in our expense tracker. I'm just going to cross off what bills I've already paid to get these out the way here, since they are no longer a part of my expense tracker. I already paid them, so I'm just gonna cross them off because I'm extra like that. But boom, these are my expenses I've already spent for the month of October. Like I said, guys, I'm budgeting really hard just because I don't want to spend. I went on vacation last month, which I did good and all that, but I'm just challenging myself because I have some other financial goals I want to reach. So I'm going to limit my spending this month, stick to my budget. I didn't even give myself a spending budget here. I gave myself a self-care budget. Usually I give myself a spending budget, but this month I'm just kind of relaxing here and saving. Around the holidays, starting next month, I will start planning my budget for holiday spending for the people I'm getting gifts for. But this is how you set up your budget for the month, and this is my expense tracker since it has been a few days into the month, and then this is our new budget calendar. So thank you guys so much for watching. I can't express enough how excited I am to get the calendars to you guys. Some of you guys have already purchased. I will be doing the next video is going to be me vlogging my new content, or not my new content, my new inventory that gets here, including the budget calendars. So I'm so excited, guys. I can't wait to get them to you. I am so excited for you guys to see everything that's coming out. If you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure you attach them below. We do have our calendars coming out, or not our calendars, our calculators coming out soon. Guys, I'm not editing this. I'm literally just talking off the dome, so it's just gonna have to be what it is. But everything you see listed will eventually be on my website, so I'm so excited to get it for you guys before the holidays. So yes. But have a great rest of your week, guys. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to let me know. Make sure you are expense tracking on a weekly basis and you're breaking it down into categories to make sure you're sticking to your budget. If you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure you leave them down below. Everything that I'm using can be purchased from JaliyahKreationz.com. Bye.